And if you are looking for a meal and a cultural experience, you are in luck, my friends. Stories Behind the Menu is back this week with Chef David Fima. And of course, we have our friend Shay Sandifer here, the originator of it all. Let's talk about how the series has evolved, because, you know, on this show, we love talking about community and equity and culture. And that's the essence of what you all are doing with Stories Behind the Menu. So what's the purpose?
The purpose is to talk about food, storytelling, cultural and history, right, of our nation right now. And I think it's most important, right, after the last few years that we've had in bringing community together. And so what we've done is brought 4 chefs a year together to storytell over how our food has changed America.
And, you know, there's so much that gets passed down through food and fellowship. I mean, that is a very deep connection.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about how this has continued to grow. First, Chef David Fima, I mean, my goodness,
Yes.
Talk about this experience for this week.
So as I told earlier today to someone, I said, I've known him since I was 19. So a lot of people don't know that, since Minneapolis Cafe since the 90s. So I met him then. And so now here we are almost 30 years later, and to be able to work together. So we worked together back in the day. I worked in one of his restaurants, and so now he's working at one of my events.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm excited for this, but to know his history, I've known his history for a long time, and to be able to tell his story, he is unique, and you know, he is killing the game, and he is the storyteller of all storytellers. And his food story tells from his history, from Morocco to him being, you know, Jewish and Italian. And I love that. His plate is a story at all times.
I love that.
Yes.
We need that T-shirt. My
Yes.
plate is my story.
Ooh, I like that. That's my new hashtag.
See, we love that. So talk to me about what you all have coming up next, because now Stories Behind the Menu, it's just growing.
Yes, so we've got stories this Thursday at Mosaic at 6:30 p.m. with David. Still have tickets available. But we just launched nationally with Mayo Clinic. So we just returned from Jacksonville, Florida, and we did stories there. So we're connecting health equity with Stories Behind the Menu and really talking about what that story is, the accessibility to healthcare and food, and what is that story behind that, and what people are doing to make that connection with their health.
It's so important. It's an intergenerational thing.
Yes.
What is your hope and goal for how Stories is going to continue to grow?
You know, my hope and goal is that people come together and really heal through these conversations and learn about other people's history and really take the hate out. We have no room for hate anymore. We have to lead with empathy and love and keep healing from the inside out. And we all do that through conversation and healing and food.
One plate at a time.
One plate at a
I
time.
like that so much, Shay. Thank you so much
you
for
for
coming
having
and
me.
visiting us. And you know, Stories Behind the Menu this Thursday at Mosaic. It all starts at 6:30 p.m. We'll have all the details at care11.com/noon.